Hello, BookTube. I have a small mail haul right now, and it's a video that's poised on the brink of uncertainty. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make another video today or even tomorrow, because I may or may not be having yet again more company. It's like I've suddenly become the queen bee of BookTube. This blob is my blob. This is my baby, who insists on being right next to me no matter what, and no matter where, and no matter when. So, and I had to shift position because I don't want the sunlight to be blasting everything I show you, and she shifted with me. So I've long since given up telling her how awkward it is. But it's not a bad, it's not a big mail haul, but it does end with a box. So we'll start off with this tiny thing. Smallest package I've received yet in 2017. Hard to believe that it will be a book, but it's not going to be a CD, that's for sure. So what is this? Oh God. Okay, I was going to joke that it was a collection of aphorisms, because I've had one of those already this year, and the minute I was finished vomiting, I got rid of it. And this is very close. This is Night Thoughts by Wallace Shawn. What is it? 60 pages soaking wet? I don't even know. This is, yeah, it's 60 pages of deep thoughts by the playwright, director, and actor Wallace Shawn. Okay. All right. Well, if you can get a book deal, get a book deal. Let's move on. Let's see if we can find something else here. Oh, okay. All right. Well, this is not aphorism, so we move on to a real book. This is, let's see here. What are the details? What are the deets, as my boys say? This comes out in late March. It's called The Chessboard and the Web. Strategies of Connection in a Networked World by Anne-Marie Slaughter, who is president and CEO of New America, former director of policy planning at the U.S. State Department, and a former dean of Princeton's Woodrow Wilson School of Public and International Affairs. Good Lord. Okay, so she is probably not going to write a book full of you-know-what. Political leaders and diplomats have long viewed the world as a game of strategy, a chessboard where anticipating and countering the moves of other players is the key to success. But in our rapidly changing world, national borders have less power to contain or constrain human endeavor. Layers upon layers of interconnected networks have an enormous influence on every aspect of life, defying the control of political leaders and their post-Cold War strategies. Terrorist ideas cross borders, creating risk around the world. Diseases such as Ebola and Zika travel networks of human contact to become global problems. Not Steve's problem, since I'm incapable of contracting either one, but I worry about the rest of you. Wash your hands. Networks of commerce, activism, and aid transcend borders, assisted by social technologies that were unthinkable 2 decades ago. It's absolutely true. This could be good. This could be very good. All right. Great. So this comes out in late March. The Chessboard and the Web. Then we have one of these things. And the pull tab worked. That's always a good sign. What have we got here? Oh, we got a folder. Oh, good. This is the finished copy of the Gargoyle Hunters by John Freeman Gill, a native New Yorker and longtime New York Times contributor. And it's got a folder with all of its stuff in it. The concept of a gargoyle hunter is probably unfamiliar to most, but for author John Freeman Gill, it was an idea he grew up with. Throughout his childhood, his mother collected salvaged fragments of New York City buildings. She was part of a small group of New Yorkers who appreciated the significance of what was being lost and sought to preserve what they could. So it's really no surprise that a novel centering around New York City's constantly changing landscape has been building in Gill for a very long time. That novel is The Gargoyle Hunters, which has already received rave reviews from many renowned writers. So this is a debut. Okay. I had the advance copy of this, and I wondered what to do with it. And for some reason, I think my advance copy has no information with it. Maybe because at one point or other it came with a folder, and the folder got lost along the way. Always put your information in the book, no matter how tempting this is. Okay, great. All right, so a debut novel. I love this. Quite a varied haul so far. We've only got a couple left to go here. This is the big thick one, which, again, I think is probably more than one book, since one book this size would be a little unpredictable. Although, what I would give for the trade paperback of the Romanovs, that would be awesome. That's coming. Sooner or later, that's coming. Oh, it's romances. First one is Bound Together by Christine Feehan. That's what it looks like on the cover. Let's see here. For 5 years, Viktor Pretensky has put his life on hold in order to take down the world's most feared motorcycle club from the inside. But 5 years. It's taking me a bit of time, isn't it? But maybe Victor is a Inspector Clouseau type character. But carrying out the insane violence and seeing the club's exploitation of the innocent has brought his traumatic past roaring back. It's not exactly roaring if it took 5 years to do that. And there's only one cure: to see the wife he left behind. Blythe Daniels thought she'd never see Victor again. After he murdered her stepfather and left without a word. She rebuilt her life without him, becoming a personal trainer and physical therapist, becoming strong enough for others to lean on. But when Victor comes back to Sea Haven, this is a Sea Haven novel, he'll make Blythe question everything she thought she knew about good and evil and the dark desires of her heart. Okay. All right. Let's really hope that he doesn't also make her question the wisdom of becoming strong. It's 2017, and Christine Feehan knows her way around the block, so I'm hoping that doesn't happen. In decades past, in romances that I've read, where the heroine becomes independent based on wounds, based on the things that make you stronger, the appearance of the man causes her not only to reawaken her heart, but to reawaken her dependency. And that's very depressing to read. That's a bad lesson. I don't think that young girls are reading this, but if they are, they'd be getting a bad lesson from something like that. But anyway, the other thing we have here is Wake a Sleeping Tiger by Laura Lee, with, I must say, a slightly more aesthetically appealing cover. It's a hardcover romance about the breed. I guess they're shapeshifters of some kind. Now a breed hides in the world of man until a woman arouses the amused and wildly carnal animal within him. Once he was Judd, Bengal breed, and brother to the notorious fugitive Gideon. After Gideon disappeared, Judd was experimented on until his tortured body knew nothing but agony. Now he is Cullen Maverick, serving as the commander of a Navajo covert law enforcement agency in a small community of Window Rock, Arizona. You've got to be kidding me. I've got to go get the mail. I'm never going to get this done.